How's it going, everybody? Matt Besachio here for WMCT-TV and WMCT Sports, and welcome to the first episode of the WMCT Sports Senior Spotlight Show. Throughout the course of the 2022-2023 school year, we're going to try to bring as many seniors from our three high schools in the city, that's Marlborough High, Assabet Valley, and AMSA, into our studios to share their stories with you. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome the senior captains from the Marlborough High football team. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
We've got Nealon Stemple, the running back and linebacker for the Panthers. Brandon Alfaro, he's the wide receiver and defensive back for the Panthers. And Howie Priest is the offensive and defensive lineman for the Panthers. So Nealon, we'll start with you. Talk to me a little bit about growing up in Marlborough and your playing career.
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life, and then my two brothers went to Marlborough High, so it's kind of like I was supposed to go up and play football. And ever since I was little, I would play in the backyard, pretend I was playing for the Panthers, and then now I get to do my dream basically.
Cool. Enjoying your senior year so far?
Oh yeah, love it.
Now, as far as school is concerned, looking at any potential colleges?
Yeah, I've talked to a couple schools, Bridgewater, Assumption.
Very nice. Good for you. Brandon, how about you? Talk to me a little bit about your life growing up in Marlborough and how you became a Panther.
So I've lived in Marlborough all my life. My brother and sister, they both went. And I grew up playing soccer, actually. And I played football my freshman year. That's when I actually started. But living in Marlborough all this whole time, school system's been awesome, and it's been good. Good senior year for me. So
what drew you away from soccer and to football? Because obviously they play in the same season, so you had to make a decision one way or another.
Yeah, so it happened when Coach Mahoney made a football program in the middle school, where it's like an intramural kind of right after school thing. And those seniors that year, and a couple of my friends, just all peer pressure, and it just I just switched, and obviously it was a big commitment because I wasn't bad at soccer, so I was actually pretty good at soccer, and that shift from soccer to football was definitely a huge impact in my life.
And you get to stick people in football. You don't really hit anybody in soccer, so I'm sure that's an added benefit too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Howie, how about you?
I've grown up in Marlborough my whole life. Kind of know everyone and everyone. Honestly, there's not a person in town that I just go I don't know them. Know everyone. Just try to be friendly with everyone. Play football.
So you're the mayor then?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right.
But I've been playing football since around 5th grade. Wish I got into it sooner, but my dad was the big guy who was no. But then I ended up doing it. But senior year has been going great so far. Can't complain. Having a blast.
Any prospects as far as school going forward?
I haven't really seen any yet, but eventually I'm going to go be a firefighter, so hopefully for the town of Marlborough. But yeah,
that's great. Good for you. Good for you. And Brandon, I skipped you on that question. What about you as far as prospects for school for next year?
I've been talking to some schools like Endicott. Talked to Bridgewater also, and a couple more.
Oh, awesome. What would you potentially major in if you made the choice to?
Somewhere in sports science or criminal justice. Around there, yeah.
Neal, what about you?
I really don't know at all.
No, hey, that's perfectly fine. It took me about, I'd say, 7 or 8 years after I graduated high school for me to realize what it was I wanted to do with my life. So it's all good. There's a lot of time. But Neal, we'll go with you with this first question here. Talk to me about Coach Mahoney, your relationship with him over the last few years, and how he's impacted you as a person and as a football player.
He's definitely a tough guy. He's kind of a stickler, but. Sophomore year, he switched me to line. I was sad about it, and then I moved back, I didn't even play running back. I've never played running back in my life, and they believed that I could do it, and I think I'm doing pretty well, so.
I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brandon, how about you?
He's a great coach. I'm glad he took me in freshman year, not knowing anything, and having that confidence with me freshman year and starting me playing at corner, and I was 100 pounds, not knowing what I was doing, but slowly building me up every year and teaching me what to do, know what to do.
How about you?
He's definitely a tough coach. He helps toughen you up. It's really helpful when you're a lineman and you're just getting yelled at, and you don't want to get yelled at anymore. So it's definitely helpful.
Now from my perspective, I've interviewed him multiple times. He was the head coach, or still is the head coach for the girls basketball team. Seen him out in the streets. Just the nicest, most soft-spoken guy from my perspective. But it seems like hearing, from you guys, there's a whole other side that once you get into that huddle is a little bit different. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah, he definitely does kind of like having him as a teacher too. Like he's not as tough, but I mean, it's a good thing. It makes us better, like people. Like when I go out, I want to make sure I'm being a good person to others because he's tough about it.
Oh, what subjects does he teach?
Psychology and sociology.
Yeah, like history.
Psychology.
So
he's getting into your heads.
He knows how to.
That's cool. Howie, can you talk to me a little bit about just like your overall experiences at Marlborough High and how you feel like it's set you up for success in the future?
Marlborough High has a lot of just electives and a lot of classes, and a lot of the teachers are definitely helpful. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better sports program. The athletics department is unbelievable. I wrestle with Nealon. It's a real good environment to be in. Everyone's really friends with each other. I don't think there's a single person who really doesn't like anyone. I mean, everyone's all really tight knit, and it's nice to see everyone to get along, and I mean, it's a good environment to grow up in, and it really helps me for the future, everyone else.
Brandon, what about, it's a public school. It's different from a charter or a vocational school. Talk about like a very diverse environment with a lot of different kids from a lot of different types of backgrounds. Can you talk to me about that a little bit?
It's definitely very diversity there is like everywhere. Like you find friends where you never think you'd actually be friends with them, and the bonds that you build with them, it's awesome there. And they have a lot of good programs to help those English learners learn and interact with people that speak English in our school, which is awesome, and it just brings all of us together and the community together.
Nealon, what about Marlborough High do you think will help you 5, 10, 15 years down the road?
Definitely the connections and the friendships with teachers, counselors, and the advice that they give us. They've been there, they know what to do, what not to do, stuff like that.
Brandon, how about, it's still very early in the school year. It's October. So aside from the remainder of this football season and everything that comes with this week, homecoming, all that stuff, what else are you really looking forward to as a part of your senior year?
Definitely those extra activities we do as seniors. You have prom, you have upcoming HOCO, you have other senior little senior things happening with your friends, seeing them the last time this summer. All of those little things all add up, because realistically it's your last summer with all these people you might not see in the future.
How about you?
Can't wait to graduate, if I'm gonna be honest.
No, that's okay.
I love all these guys and I love all these boys, but I'm excited to finally get out there, go into the world. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, you're the mayor. You got bigger and better things on the horizon, man. Neal, what about you?
I'm definitely looking forward to wrestling. I want to be a state champ. Trying to be an all-star in both. I did that last year, but I want to do it again.
Good for you. Now it is homecoming week. So as part of the Spirit Week, the game, homecoming, senior, all that kind of stuff, what would you say, Nealon, is the thing that you're most looking forward to about this week?
I'm just excited to win on senior night. Last game under the lights at Kelleher.
That's a good answer.
Most likely last game under the lights at Kelleher. And enjoy it with friends and family.
Cool. Brandon?
This upcoming week has definitely been really busy, and it'll be good for us to win as seniors for our classes this coming tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, Spirit Week.
Spirit Week. That's really what I'm looking forward to, honestly.
Is there a certain day of the week though that I know there's themes for each one of the days and stuff. Is there a favorite day that you have throughout the course of the week that's a little bit more fun than the rest?
My favorite day is definitely the last day, because it's the last day. It's just full of energy, and it's game day, and you're with all your friends trying to beat other grades that you're friends with also, and just trying to be number one.
And you have the pep rally that day too,
yeah,
and everything
we have
like
a pep
that.
rally. So just overall, it's just a busy day.
It's a vibe.
Electric day.
Cool. Howie, about you?
Really excited just about going out there against Algonquin. This is a team we have a rivalry with. I think it's gonna be an electric game. The energy's gonna be there, and I don't hope. I know we can win. So.
And you guys are going to be playing on live TV, too, on top of it. You're going to be playing on WMCT-TV. You can also watch that game YouTube, Facebook. You can check out the link on Twitter, too. So you find it all over the place. But getting back to business, you're going to have that moment on Friday night where you get to be recognized as a Panther for your career. Brandon, what's that moment going to be like for you? Would you get to walk out there with your family, be recognized in front of Kelleher Field?
It's definitely going to be sad because it's like your last like big football moment where like you're gonna like your last time you play with like your brothers like under like lights home, just like a good game, and just like how you grew up all 4 years, and like it's just like all comes back on like in a full circle back into one. Like just it's just sad, honestly.
Yeah.
But also like good, like now I move on to better things.
For sure. How about you? What are you looking
I
forward
mean,
to?
yeah, it's gonna be sad, you know, stepping out there like Brandon said, like with your brothers one last time, you know. I've honestly been thinking about it, and it probably is gonna be my last year, but like going out there with my boys I've been playing with since 5th grade, and with Brandon for 4 years now, you know, seeing everyone grow up, it's definitely gonna be sad. It's gonna be heartwarming though, so it'll be good.
You know, how about you? Same sentiments or?
Yeah, like I never really thought that I'd be like actually like ending high school football. Like
Flew by.
it just feels like it's gonna keep going next year and next year, but it's gonna be bittersweet.
Oh, that's understandable. Any thoughts of potentially playing football after this, whether it be, you know, for college or down the road for, you know, like a semi-pro like the Marlborough Shamrocks or something like that? Has that ever been something that's entered your mind about continuing your football career after high school?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if any college looks at me, I mean, I'll definitely try to take a look at it, but whatever really happens, happens, you know.
Fire than the mayor of Marlborough.
Yeah.
Great about you, man.
I definitely do want to play in college. It's I don't know. It's just like 4 years wasn't enough, and I need more. And I know like my potential and what I can do. And like obviously we're a run team mostly, and hopefully get like more passes to other teams, depending what they play.
And Nealon?
Yeah, I definitely plan on playing in the future. You know, even if it just helps to pay for college. Like,
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. I mean, you see your assistant coach, Graham Mason, who's been playing semi-pro football forever.
Yeah.
And he's like at least 30, 31 years old now, and he's continuing to play at a high level. I don't know if you guys caught any of his games over the summer, but the guy's still a beast.
Yeah, he
So, I
is.
mean, it just kind of puts the idea in your mind that, you know, this isn't necessarily the end. There could be years and years ahead of you as far as your playing career. So as sad as I guess it would be to kind of come to the finale of your high school years, there's still plenty of days ahead for you guys.
Yeah.
But kind of getting you guys out of here, this is your opportunity to kind of either say it to the camera or whatever, just who do you want to shout out? Who's helped you get to this point? Who means the most to you? Neil, why don't you start off?
I definitely want to thank my brothers, my mom, my family. My brother Nate, been there every game, texts me before every game, stuff like that. And Coach Rogers, too. He's always been on me, always been telling me what I should do, what I've been doing wrong. And I want to thank God, too. That's about it.
Cool. Brandon?
First of all, I want to thank God because I wouldn't be here like without him, and my family also like always supporting me. Like obviously the transition of me from soccer to football wasn't easy because like they poured in so much money into soccer just so their son just switch it like that. But they're always there to support me. Like my dad has always been there, my number one supporter. Like he knows what's best for me, and I just want to thank him and all the teachers at our school like that support us pretty much.
That's a great answer. Howie?
I want to first off thank God for just helping me with everything I do. I thank my mom and my dad for always pushing me to, be the best man I could be, and always pushing me to be a person that everyone can look to and look up to. And I want to thank Coach Rogers for always pushing me and being like that crazy uncle in school. And I just want to thank everyone I've met and helped me through the way, so I can't really complain about that.
That's great. Well, those were 3 incredible answers, guys, really. Thank you so much once again for taking the time and coming in with us. And good luck tomorrow night as you guys take on Algonquin and your last regular season game at Kelleher Field. You'll have the game on Thanksgiving, which you can also see right here on WMCT-TV on Thanksgiving Day. We'll have that live coverage there for you. But again, thank you so much, and good luck going forward, guys, all right?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to wrap up this first inaugural episode of WMCT Sports Senior Spotlight Show. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.